Hello Fude friends. Today I will be doing a CD Japan unboxing and first impressions video. I've thought about doing a video like this in the past, but the brushes I am talking about tend to sell out quickly or not be around for a long time, so I've never done it until I realized that these are actually really good brushes that are not talked about enough. And even though you may not be able to get these exact brushes, I think they're still worth looking into these discount releases that they do pretty regularly. So I placed an order for the Ihodo discount brushes that CD Japan does every couple of months. These are described as outlet brushes, and there is a fine print that says that the brush handles may be damaged and they are final sale. No refunds or exchanges. Not that we really have that option with Fude to begin with. And while they do disclose that the handle could be damaged, I've never had an issue with it. And the other thing to note is that they will come in a wide assortment of brush handles and sizes and colors, so you will not be able to put together like a perfect set. You have to mix and match a bit, but as long as you're okay with that, I think these discount releases, outlet releases, whatever we want to call them, are a really good opportunity for someone that is on a budget, someone that is new to Fude and just wants to test the waters with less expensive brushes, someone who is a makeup artist that maybe wants to use natural bristles on their clients. And also, I fall in the category of just wanting to try new shapes, new hair mixes, new hair types, and I'll walk you through my thought process for all of these. I will admit that there were two that I was very interested in, but those sold out quickly. They were both, one was a foundation brush, and it was like an angled weasel paddle brush, which looked really nice for concealer. And one was actually a powder brush that reminded me of the Surratt face brush, but I missed out on both of those. And so for this order, my framework for how I thought about if I would like these brushes was that they reminded me a lot of some of my favorite brushes in size, shape, and dimensions. So that is one way to think about it, is to really know the dimensions of the type of brushes that you reach for, and if you wish to have more of that type, you can look through the sale offerings and see if something in there reminds you of your favorites. So I will actually take these out of the frame and start with one of the eye brushes. This is the Ihodo N0269. There it goes. And when I first saw this, it immediately reminded me of the Hakuhodo G5533, which is an all squirrel blending brush that has more of a flat top. And I looked at the dimensions. This one was 20 millimeters long, whereas the Hakuhodo one was 18. So very, very similar. And then just a quick note on price. I did a quick back of the envelope look at the prices on these, and all of these would be half as much, if not more, of a saving compared to their like comparable full price Fude alternatives. Here it is. Okay, so no branding, and it's very lightweight and quite small. And I really like small eye brushes because I tend to get really close to the mirror, being nearsighted. And it is very soft, very well made. Extremely happy with it right off the bat. I think this one ended up being $15 US. And here is the Hakuhodo one. The Hakuhodo one is one I reach for regularly, and I thought it would be nice to have one like it. Oh, it's also reminding me of the Z, I don't remember what it is. Let me grab it. Be able to find it. Okay, here is the Z11, and the Z11 has a wider ferrule, but the hair length is probably the same. And this is what I mean, that if you're someone that enjoys just playing with different sizes, this is a great way to do it, because for $15 I am more than happy to have another one of these and to just see how I like the longer hairs compared to the Hakuhodo one or the smaller ferrule size. Okay, let's do the next eye brush. This is the 271. This one I will say sold out really quickly. I was surprised that I was even able to get one, because this one is Canadian Squirrel, and those always go very fast. You have to be on the website right as they are released. Once again, oh wow, this handle is nicer than the last one. It has more weight and it's a glossy finish. This does not feel like an outlet brush to me, if I'm being perfectly honest, and the hair is very soft. I had not tried the Canadian Squirrel outlet brushes because I had not been able to get one, and this one I mostly wanted to see how the hair quality would compare, and it is up there. It's soft and silky. I think this one was around $20 US, and I wanted it to compare to the Kayudo medium size. This one has a fancy handle, so it is of course more expensive. Nowhere near $20. I think this one is, I paid probably a third of what the Kayudo one would cost. And it is actually a good bit thicker in width. I love it. Highly recommend the Canadian Squirrel if you're able to get one. And I'll touch on that a little bit. I know that they go quickly and it's hard to fill your cart up, and you don't want to feel frantic and like you're just throwing things in your cart, but you also want to reach that free shipping threshold. So what I tend to do is I'll put in a few brushes from my wish list that I am ready to buy, and I'll hold off buying them. And then if I see a brush that I like from the outlet, I can kind of put together a cart with some outlet brushes and some brushes that are on my wish list that are ready to go. So for example, with these two, I would not place an order for just these two, but if I see these and want to add them to an existing cart that is close to reaching the shipping threshold, that's one way I like to do it. Okay, this next one is the 282, and this one intrigued me. I'm hoping it's a thicker version of the Z4. Yes, so Chikuhodo Z4, all-time favorite, loved by many, myself included, and I saw the dimensions were the exact same as the Z4, and they don't always include ferrule widths. I wish they did. Sometimes they do, often, most of the time they don't. So this one was a bit of a gamble. I was hoping it would be wider, but it is not. It appears to be about the same width as the Z4. Oh my goodness, but it is so soft. Honestly, it feels softer than my Z4. There's something silky about it. I will need to play with it more, but my first impression is that it's very similar to the Z4. Price-wise, I think this one was $35, and the Z4 will be around $70. This one I'm so excited about. This one largely influenced placing this order. This is the 278, looks like. Again, I saw the dimensions on this one and it was right at the sweet spot of my favorite type of cheek brush, which is a round squirrel cheek brush. I pulled it out. Here it is. This is like my all-time favorite cheek brush. The length on this one for the hairs is 39 millimeters. The Sonia G Soft Cheek is 38 millimeters. My favorite is the Squirrel one, but the Sonia G one is very good, and I know so many people love this one. And this one was 37 millimeters. And when I saw that, I just had to try it, and it's also a mix of squirrel and goat hair. You never know how soft squirrel and goat hair mixes will be, especially when it's Sokoho goat. And if it's bundled with more goat than squirrel, it will be less soft, and vice versa. So my curiosity was very high for this one. It's beautifully bundled, very dense, and the softness feels 50-50 squirrel goat. It definitely has more resistance than squirrel, which is great. I think it's going to be very similar softness and performance as the Sonia G Soft Cheek, and here you can see the sizes next to each other. It is more dense, and I'm sure it'll blossom out more. And here it is next to my favorite blush. I will pull out the RC2 as well, in case helpful. Let's see how these two compare. The RC2 is 33 millimeter length. Very happy with that one. And then last but not least, I picked up a powder brush. This appears to be the 280. This one was $50 or $55, and the cheapest one that I know of, full price of this, would be the Kyoto BP 009, which is now discontinued, and this was at least $100 brush. And the hair length on all of these is 50 millimeters. The Hakuhodo S105 is another brush, all squirrel round powder brush with 50 millimeter hair length, and that one will also be at least $100. This is a beautiful handle, and I like the black and gold. Again, glossy. It does not feel like an outlet brush. I don't see any flaws on it. And I'm just so impressed by these brushes. I don't understand what the metric is for determining if they end up in the outlet sale or not. Like, this is every bit as nice as this Cayudo one. If you have any questions about the outlet sale, please comment below. I know it can be hit or miss, but if you just pick out a few that interest you and add them to an existing cart, I think it's a great way to try new sizes, hair types, add brushes to your existing collection, especially if you want duplicates. Gifting is another option. I am very hesitant to gift Fude to friends and family because I feel that others do not appreciate them as much. But if you're looking to introduce someone to Fude at a lower price range, I think this is another great way to do it, by giving them the quality but at a fraction of the price. Anyways, I think that's all I wanted to cover with this one. If you got the foundation brush with the angled slope, do let me know how you like that one. I was very curious about it, and I think I'll be placing another order from CD Japan next time they do these sales. I hadn't done one in a while, and after this experience, I am very, very pleased. I just checked how much this entire order cost, and with the current exchange rate, it came out to under 150. It was around 147, which I am certain is less than the cost of 2 of these brushes full price, or even the Hakuhodo S105. And I know there you're paying for the beautiful handle and the gold ferrule, which sometimes you want. As a collector, I definitely treasure that aspect of some Fude brushes, but sometimes you just want a really good quality, durable brush, and I think this is a great option for that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.